above my problem. City tiny under glass. Every porch light like on Lambert. Yo, they shape but drives no gas. Purple streaks across the windshield. Mountains hold the sky in place. Lo-fi drums and slow procession keep my heartbeat at their pace. I've been living in a group chat full of you good, yeah, I'm straight. Dropping memes on every meltdown, song and game persevere weight. Now it's only leather creaking, just as joining this recline. Just this gravel flavored monologue and never leave my mind. Hoodie hood around my jawline, brim polo to block the moon. Tattoo letters on the wheel, spin like records out of tune. Ash flowed out the half-cracked window, then dissolve in violet air. Every flake of don't worry, broke a folly saying ain't I ain't there. And for once there's no agenda, no roteiro pra seguir. Só o som do meu cigarro e umas coisas pra assumir. Deixo a pista perguntar sem pressa, quase em voz de mãe. Você ainda sabe o que sente, ou só responde o que convém. Miles above my problems. 420 in my chest, one low voice on mellow loops, giving truth a little test. Blues guitar and hazy columns, fears that lose their solemn. If my words shake when I say I'm not okay, that's miles above my problems. I don't need a holy sermon, don't need life to solve them. Just a Smoky mountain freeway, staying miles above my problems. I remember younger seasons, I was trying to be the rock, standing still for every wave até o tornozelo da nó. Thought the strong man never tremble, nunca pedi pra trocar. Só eu mordia cada lágrima até a voz começar a arranhar. Now my register is gravel, cause de tanto engulo e grito. Cada tô suave em falso virou dano no meu grito. Mas esse dano traz textura que autotune não duplicar. É o barulho das batalhas que eu devia ter deixado entrar. When I whisper I'm resentful, I've been last on my own list. Let it stumble off the hi-hat like a turn I almost missed. If I follow with tanto faz, tem gente muito pior. That's the guilt that always faz eu achar que eu não tenho dó. Só que a serra não compara, não tem ranking de sofrer. Ela só me dá perspectiva pra entender o meu porquê. E o painel não manda a regra de quantas vezes posso errar. Ele só mostra que eu ainda tenho que caminhar pra rodar. Miles above my problems. 420 in my chest, one low voice on mellow loops, giving truth a little test. Blues guitar and hazy columns, fears that lose their solemn. If my words shake when I say I'm not okay, that's miles above my problems. I don't need a holy sermon, don't need life to solve them. Just a Smoky mountain freeway, staying miles above my problems. Maybe strength is not I got this, maybe strength is I'm not sure. Maybe brave is not I'll fix you, it's I like to feel secure. Maybe love is not só dar, mas deixar entrar também. Talvez paz não é silêncio, é falar hoje o que preciso vem. So I send a little prayer through the moonroof with this haze. Teach me how to keep my heart when todo mundo quer meu brace. Teach me how to say I'm empty sem ter medo de perder. Teach me how to stay comigo quando o resto não entender. If I put me in the equation, lens off beat against the kid. That's my algorithm quebrando do costume tóxico antigo. If a tear hits on the leather, blur the logo while I steer. That's the ink assinando embaixo que eu tô me levando a sério aqui. By the time the roach is nothing é no tanque quase enfim. I've been driving through the chapters I would never show no feed. Vi promessa que eu quebrei, vi promessa que quebraram. Vi os dias que eu fiquei, as noites que me largaram. I can't change o que passou, mas posso negociar daqui. Classe one, eu não me abandono pra ninguém ficar feliz. Classe two, se a minha voz falhar eu não vou mutar de vez. Classe three, se eu disser que doeu eu acredito em mim outra vez. When I murmur I choose me, before I jump I te salvar. Let it ride along the baseline, like a lane I wanna atravessar. If meu peito fica leve mesmo sem problema ir embora, that's just proof que a altitude fez a alma respirar agora. Miles above my problem. 420 in my chest, one low voice on mellow loops, giving truth a little test. Blues guitar and hazy columns, fears that lose their solemn. If my words shake when I say I'll be okay, that's miles above my problems. I don't need a holy sermon, just a Smoky mountain freeway, staying miles above my problems. Desço de volta pra cidade, com os pedidos e os sinais, mas aquela voz rouca interna vai comigo nos pedais. Se alguém pergunta quando foi que eu parei de me deixar por último, eu respondo numa noite roxa, dirigindo longe de tudo.
Doors locked, lights low.
Knows it after hours. Frosted after hours, sure who was through. Vision when it do, got them words too. Purple neon on the dashboard, city humming like a fridge. Lo-fi drums and late night tempo turn my chest into this bridge. All day I've been in costume, being on for every scene, saying facts I feel you bro, while ignoring what I mean. Now it's just me in this cabin, esse cheiro de papel. Just this gravel kind of vocal, saying things I never tell. See, push back my legs, relaxing, tattoo veins around the wheel. Every time I let out quiet, isn't recibo do que eu sinto real. Ashland soft on black on soul, like smoke calmness losing speed. Every flake of conversation onde não ter need. And it feels like o expediente finalmente virou pra mim. Ninguém mandando notificação, ninguém marcando hora aqui. Só o som do motor baixo perguntando sem pressão, qual foi a última vez que você ouviu seu coração? Front seat after hours, 420 in my lungs, one low voice on sleepy chords, turning burnout into tongues. Blues guitar and gentle showers, feelers off the towers. My words shake when I say I'm not that strong, that's after hours. I don't need a water cooler or colega prime size, just a Smoky parked up Lambo doing therapy at night. I remember every moment I say yeah, I'll take that too. Stacking tasks igual Tetris, all unsorted in my view. Told myself I work the best quando tudo em cima de mim, mas meu corpo foi quebrando devagar, daí eu vi. Now the only thing I'm lifting is o peso de admitir que eu não dou conta de tudo, que eu também sei desistir, que às vezes eu só queria alguém fazendo por mim também, que eu sonho com me conta sem eu ter que pagar além. When I whisper I feel lonely even when the chat is lit. Let it slip behind the snail like bique quase não se encaixe. If I had nata suave logo em cima disso aí, that's that reflex from my lifetime of not trusting who'll see. Mas o vidro não responde, manda stick e não reage, só embaça com minha fala e devolve sem chantagem. E o painel vira cenário pra um filme que eu nunca fiz, onde eu sei falar tô mal, sem ser culpa de ninguém, só desiste. Front seat after hours, quite 20 in my lungs, one low voice on sleepy chords, turning burnout into tongues. Blues guitar and gentle showers, fearless off the towers. If my words shake when I say I'm not that strong, that's how that is. I don't need a water cooler or colega prime size, just a Smoky parked up Lambo doing therapy at night. Maybe self-care ain't a weekend, isso me escala todo dia, onde eu paro meia hora pra checar minha energia. Talvez não seja ferramenta, não sinal de má vontade, e chora dentro do carro é promoção de verdade. So I write myself a schedule no vapor do para-brisa, segunda, 5 minutos de respira sem cobrança em cima. Terça dizer não dou conta se meu peito pedirá, quarta em diante me lembrar que eu te mereço cuidar. If I'm worth the same respect that I keep giving, it's off beat. Desce meu cérebro estranhando me colocar nesse si. If I'm domingo cai no banco e deixa mancha quase nada. Desta inca, o contrato firmando essa jornada. By the time o back termina, a rua fica mais vazia. Já rodei minha semana, verso a verso em poesia. Vi promessa que eu fiz só pra manter alguém de pé. Vi o tanto que eu me viro pra não ter que pedir me ver. I can fly, revirou, mas posso reduzir jornada. Parar de dar hora extra pra quem nunca deu mais nada. Promover minha presença do rodapé pro cabeçalho. Fechar a porta do carro quando o assunto for meu atalho. When I murmur I'll go home now, but I'm bringing me along. Let it float over the bass like última cena de som. E meu passo sai mais calmo quando piso nesse chão. Desta front seat after hours, assinando meu perdão. Front seat after hours, Quart 20 in my lungs. One low voice on sleepy chords, turning burnout into tongues. Blues guitar and gentle showers, fear lose off the towers. If my words shake when I say I'm not that strong, that's at hours. I don't need a water cooler or colega prying sides. Just a Smoky parked up Lambo doing therapy at night. Chave gira, a luz acende, o mundo volta ao tom normal. Mas levo comigo esse coro falando baixo no canal. Se amanhã todo mundo precisa de você de novo, lembra que você também é gente, reserva um turno pro seu corpo.
Turn the world. Let the real talk breathe. Fog windows, clear truth, city glow behind the haze. Every raindrop on the glass, trace the timeline of my days. Purple clouds above the hood, mountains guard the outer lane. Lo-fi drums in slow rotation, keep my heart from going insane. I've been answering, I'm chilling like it's built into my teeth. Even when my chest be heavy like this concrete underneath. Now it's just me in this cockpit in a joint that burns like sage. Just this gravel little voice letting trauma off the page. Hoodie collar around my jaw, brim put low to dim the shame. Tatted fingers on the wheel, write confessions with no name. Smoke curl up and kiss the ceiling, then collapse and fade away. Every ribbon like a secret I was scared to let display. And the fog on all these windows look like chapters never read. All the feelings I redacted so they wouldn't call me weak. Instead up here no one screenshot watching, no one waiting for a meme. Just the hum of this small engine and the truth I won't redeem. Fog windows, clear truth, 420 in my lungs. One low voice on lazy chords and painted to new tongues. Blues guitar and soft proof, fears without a booth. If my words shake when I say I'm not okay, it's clear truth. I don't need a perfect ending or a crowd that nods at you. Just a Smoky parked up Lambo and some fog. The clear truth. I remember church on Sundays, iron shirt, fake wide awake, singing It Is Well inside me with a soul about to break. Told to pray away the sadness, never told to name it first. So I stuffed it in my ribs until it leaked out in the verse. Now the only choir singing is this Rhodes and minor key. And the only congregation is the ghost of younger me. He's the kid who held his breath so no one heard him cry at night. He's the teen who joked on pain so all his friends will feel alright. When I whisper I'm still angry that you never got held tight. Let it stumble off the hi-hat like a car that missed the light. If I had a nervous chuckle to dilute the weight it brings, that's the habit that kept turning open wounds to petty things. But these windows fog in silence, they don't argue, they don't preach. They just blur the world behind me while my heart tries learning speech. And the dashboard glows like candles in a chapel for one soul, saying you can talk as long as it takes just to feel whole. Fog windows, clear truth, 420 in my lungs. One low voice on lazy chord and painted to new tongues. Blues guitar and soft proof, fears without a booth. If my words shake when I say I'm not okay, that's clear truth. I don't need a perfect ending or a crowd that nods and youth. Just a Smoky parked up Lambo and some fog. The clear truth. Maybe he'll feeling isn't pretty. It's a grown man in a ride, crying quiet over memories he was told to push aside. Maybe brave is not I beat it, maybe brave is it still hurts. Saying I don't have it handled while the tear stains hit your shirt. So I write with fingertips along the glass beside my face. Still alive, still imperfect, but I'm done with hiding grace. Watch the letters melt to water running down like everything, but the meaning stays inside me like a loop the track will bring. If I love you even broken lands, I'll beat against the kick. That's my self-respect rebooting from a long corrupted script. If a sob clip out the cadence and the rhyme just disappears, that's the version of this record I've been needing all these years. By the time the blunt is barely glowing, gas is close to low, I've been driving through my past like some late night trauma show. Seen the nights I almost ended, seen the ones I almost saved, seen the people I forgave before I gave myself that grade. I can't fix the whole back catalog of damage that I've done, but I can't release the pressure of pretending it was done. When I murmur you're forgiven to the face behind my eyes, let it float along the baseline like a tide but on its side. If my chest feels strangely lighter though the rain still taps the roof, that's the weight I left right here with these windows holding proof. Fog windows clear true, 420 in my lungs, one low voice on lazy chords and pain into new tongues. Blues guitar and soft proof, fears without a booth. If my words shake when I say I'm not okay, that's clear truth. I don't need a perfect ending or a crowd that nods in youth, just a Smoky parked up Lambo and some fog to clear truth. Yeah. Wipe the glass with shaky sleeve, shifting gear and join the road. But that low and hazy chorus stay like cold inside my code. If they ask me when my honesty stopped living just in booth, I'll say one slow 20 night with some fog windows and truth. Lights dim, road empty. Yeah. Dashboard heartbeat, tiny pauses in the dark. Every blinking little symbol, like a thought to leave, leaves a mark. Purple skyline in the distance, and city humming soft and low. Lo-fi kicks like calm reminders, tell my nerves to take it slow. I've been running from my body, treating it like just a prop. Feed a calf from starving feelings, tell it move and never stop. Now it's just me in this cockpit and these numbers on display. Just as gravel hard as singer, taking stock of his decay. Hoodie sleeves pull past my wrist like I'm cradling both my hands. Tattoo lines across my skin, redrawing all my failed plans. Ash was quiet by the shifter like a metronome of years. Every fleck of time I pushed through when I should've dropped in tears. And I swear that little needle on the taps know how I feel. Cause it rises when I'm thinking about the things I never heal. Then it settles while I'm breathing, letting shoulders finally drop. Like the dash be saying, listen, you can pause before you pop. Dashboard heartbeat, 420 in my veins. One low voice on gentle loop, stepping out of old domains. Dashboard heartbeat, 420 in my veins. One low voice on gentle loop, stepping out of old domains. Blues guitar and quiet, fear fall off the beat. If my words shake when I say I'm still in pain, it's hard and street. I don't need a perfect body or a schedule to compete, just a Smoky rolling chapel and a dashboard heartbeat. I remember burning midnights just to prove I had a grind. Flexing circles round exhaustion like that made me more defined. Skipped on water, skipped on sleep, skipped on listening to my chest. Called it hustle, called it culture, while my hands refused to rest. Now the aches inside my knuckles, now the tremor in my jaw. All the twinges I'd ignore when I was married to the law. Feel like messages in Morse code from my body tired of war, saying if you keep this tempo we ain't going far no more. When I whisper I'm sorry for the years I used you hard, let it lag behind the hi-hat like a late and clumsy card. If I had a broken chuckle, guess I'm finally feeling old. That's the fear of losing value when I'm not in overload. But
The temp gauge doesn't judge me, it just cools when I slow down. And the fuel light doesn't shame me when I pull into this town. It just tell me what I'm lacking without calling me a mess. Maybe I could treat my body with the same kind of address. Say, dashboard heartbeat, 420 in my veins. One little voice on gentle loops, stepping out of old domains. Dashboard heartbeat, 20 in my veins. One little voice on gentle loops, stepping out of old domains. Blues guitar and quiet heat, fear fall off the beat. If my will shake when I say I'm still in pain, it's hard to street. I don't need a perfect body or a schedule to compete. Just a Smoky rolling chapel and a dashboard heartbeat. Maybe worth ain't in the output, not in numbers, not in views. Maybe worth is in the pulse, it still says here beneath the bruise. And the fact you're even driving after nights you thought you'd end. And the ribs that kept on rising when your hope had lost a friend. So I place my palm flat gentle on the center of my chest. Feel it thump against my fingers like I'm trying to do my best. Saying thank you for the mornings I was sure I couldn't move. For the days you walked on shaking legs to help me try and prove. If I promise I will listen next time you say we're not right. Falls a half step off the rhythm in this low and smoky night. That's the contract getting written while the engine hums along. Between man and no machine, he been pushing way too strong. By the time the joint is ember and the highway signs are thin, I've been driving through the signals I've ignored from deep within. All the headaches, all the tightness, all them fine set with strain. All the later I'll slow down that I kept postponing pain. I can heal it all at once, can't undo the cost of pay. But I can step on this brake pedal when my pulse feel more afraid. I can swap out one, I got it for I need a little break. I can treat my tired body like a life, not just a state. When I murmur, you're allowed to rest without a reason why. Let it float along the baseline like some mantra from the sky. If my eyes grow hot and blurry as the city comes in sight, that's the gratitude for muscles finally heard on this ride tonight. Dashboard heartbeat, 20 in my veins. One low voice on gentle loops, stepping out of old domains. Blues guitar and quiet heat, fear fall off the beat. If my words shake when I say I'll take it slow, this hard and street. I don't need a perfect body or a schedule to compete. Just a Smoky rolling chapel and a dashboard heartbeat. Toward home, kill the engine, let the night wind cool the hood. But that low and raspy chorus stays inside me doing good. If they ask me when I started treating rest as something sweet, I'll say alone inside a car, listening to my dashboard heartbeat. Above the city, every window barely lit, every street a silver scribble where my old worries still sit. Purple stains across the skyline, mountain outlines cut the scene. Lo-fi drums like quiet footsteps walking circles through my dreams. I've been playing like I'm bulletproof in every little chat, dropping I'm good just working while my heart don't feel like that. Now it's only me and leather, just this Lambo in this J, just this gravel sounding narrator saying what I never say. Hoodie hood up, rim is low, eyes on nothing in the glass. Tattoo lines around the wheel, trace the routes I didn't pass. Ash flowed out the crack, the window disappear in midnight wind. Every flake of don't worry about me, I regret I ever been.
And the quiet at this hour feel like cleared the room. All the pressure, all the voices shrink to particles of gloom. I can finally hear questions that I dodge in busy days. Who are you when you're not fixing everybody else's maze?
2 a.m. above the city, 420 in my chest. One low voice on mellow loose, putting front men to the test. Blues guitar and faded pretty,
Fear's no longer witty. If my words shake when I say I'm not okay, there's 2 a.m. above the city. I don't need a crowd to listen. Don't need life to make it pretty. Just a Smoky Mountain turnout at 2 a.m. I remember younger nights, I'd drive just blasting any song. Never listened to the lyrics, just afraid to sit this long. Every chorus was a bandage I would slap on open skin. Turn the bass up on denial so the truth stayed locked within. Now the beat is barely knocking, just a rose and 808. Every pocket in the rhythm like a seat for what I hate. For the shame that says you're extra, for the fear that says you're weak, for the grief that never got to say a word or even speak. When I whisper I feel empty, like success ain't feeling real. Let it fall behind the snare, like a wheel that lost its feel. If I had a shaky chuckle, guess I'm wild and never mind. That's the reflex I was taught when I was punished for my mind. But the night don't change the subject, just keeps holding all this smoke, letting every crooked sentence be a full and valid note. And the dash don't break my feelings on a scale of softer heart. It just lights the speed I'm going while I drop this disregard. 2 a.m. above the city, 420 in my chest. One low voice on mellow loops, putting from and to the test. Blues guitar and faded pretty. Fear's no longer witty. If my words shake when I say I'm not okay, that's 2 a.m. above the city. I don't need a crowd to listen. Don't need life to make it pretty. Just a Smoky Mountain turnout at 2 a.m. But maybe healing ain't dramatic. It's a grown man in a car saying, yo, I miss my childhood, to a dashboard like a star. It's admitting I'm still angry, I'm still tired, I still care. It's confessing I'm embarrassed, how much love I wish was there. So I talk into the moonroof till the smoke spill out my sins. Here's the lies I told to keep you, here's the mask I tried to win. Here's the nights I almost ended just to get some quiet sleep. Here's the promises I broke cause I was breaking way too deep. If I think I still deserve to find a soft place I belong, drop some measure out of pocket like it never fit the song. That's cause every hook I wrote was I don't care, I'm built for hits. Now this verse is for the part of me that's tired of acting bliss. By the time the roach is tiny and the gaslight starts to glow, I've been driving through my past like replays on a late night show. Seen the scenes I'm not proud of, seen the ones that kept me here, seen the strangers who show kindness when my circle disappeared. I can't pay them all back proper, can't rewrite the wrong I've done, but I can stop telling stories when my pain ain't never won. I can honor what I carry by not saying this whatever, by not rushing to the punchline just to fake I'm put together. When I murmur I'll be gentler with the boy inside my frame, let it glide along the baseline like a spark inside the flame. If my chest was slightly looser while the city grows in view, that's the weight I left suspended in this violet midnight blue. 2 a.m. above the city, 420 in my chest. One low voice on mellow loops, putting from and to the test. Blues guitar and faded pretty. Fear's no longer witty. If my words shake when I say I'll choose me too, that's 2 a.m. above the city. I don't need a crowd to listen. Don't need life to make it pretty. Just a Smoky Mountain turnout at 2 a.m. above the city. Just knocked out into the bay, let the street lights come behind. Put that on when I was my fizzle. Keep on there, you little sky. This gas is going, take your mind away with me. Waits up in some time as to
Yeah. Questions in my chest, answers in the smoke, though. Yeah.
cup holder, ashes and hands, every flake a little truth. Tiny skeletons of moments I've been dodging since my youth. Purple sky beyond the windshield, city twinkling like it's fine. Lo-fi hats and patient patterns, let my thoughts fall into line.
I've been treating every breakdown like a glitch to hide and fix. Patch it over with some humor, drown it out with louder kicks. Now it's only me and vinyl leather creaking as I breathe. Just as gravel coated honesty, I'm scared they won't believe. Left hand sitting on the wheel, right one hovering around a tray. Tattoo script around my fingers like a caption to this play. Ash collecting little piles by the gear shift by the ox. Every mound a quiet graveyard where I buried half my talks. And it hits me how these questions always show up when I'm high. Not the simple what's tomorrow, but the who am I inside. Up here no one changed the topic, no one say you overthink. Just the engine humming steady while I talk and while I sing. Cup holder action, answer. 420 in my lungs, ay. One low voice on dusty chords, turning wounds to different tongues. Blues guitar and slow romances, filled with fewer chances. If my words shake when I say I need some help, that's dancing. I don't need a perfect reason, don't need timelines or grand stances. Just a smoky front seat session with some cup holder action. I remember family dinners where we joked but never shared. Everybody strong and busy, nobody admit they scared. We would gossip about the neighbors, talk about who fell off or shine. Never once say yo I'm lonely, that was weakness in their mind. So I learned to keep it surface, talk about wins and talk about checks. Hide the nights I couldn't breathe underneath the pile of flex. Post the best of all my angles, laugh at memes I related, never typed today. I'm struggling, just left that part in trance. When I whisper I'm embarrassed that I'm crave connection still. Let it slide behind the snare like a note that lost its will. If I follow it, it's whatever, I'll be straight, that's how it goes. That's the script my people handed me instead of letting show. But this ashtray doesn't flinch when I admit I want a hand. It just catch another amber like it understands the plan. And the dash don't light up warnings when I say I'm not enough. It just let the speed fall gentle while my truth come out and rub. Cup holder ashes and answers, 420 in my lungs. One low voice on dusty chords, turning wounds to different tongues. Blues guitar and slow romances, filled with fewer chances. If my words shake when I say I need some help, that's dancing. I don't need a perfect reason, don't need timelines or grand stances. Just a smoky front seat session with some cup holder ashes. Maybe faith is in the questions, not in every tight reply. Maybe courage is I'm empty, not I'll manage, I'll get by. Maybe love is when you call them just to say I'm not alright. Not to solve it in one phone call, just to let them share the night. So I picture one small number I could dial when this is done. Someone who won't change the subject, who won't turn this into fun. And I practice saying listen, I don't need you as a cure. I just need a voice that knows me when I'm feeling insecure. If I'm worthy of that space, comes in crooked on a beat. That's my inner child suspicious, ain't some nipple defeat. If a tear falls in the cup holder and darkens all that ash, that's the mix of old denial with new courage learning class. By the time the joint is finished and the gas is whispering E, I've been driving through my patterns like a case file only me. Seen the way I die support, then complain that I'm alone. Seen the times I built a fortress out of I'm good on my own. I can't flip a switch and open every door I welded shut, but I can crack one little window, let some oxygen erupt. I can promise after this ride I'll send one honest little text. Not a meme, not yo, what's good, but I'm not good, that's the flex. When I murmur I'll stop waiting for collapse to speak my pain. Let it ride along the baseline like a train that leaves a main. If my chest feel weird but lighter as the city signs advance, that's the power of a car full of these ashes in these chants. Cup holder action, answer, 420 in my lungs, yeah. One low voice on dusty chords, turning wounds to different tongues. Blues guitar and slow romances, filled with fewer chances. If my words shake when I say I need some help, that's dancing. I don't need a perfect reason, don't need timelines or grand stances. Just a smoky front seat session with some cup holder ashes and answer. Turn the key back toward the exit, let the towers grab my phone, yeah. But that low end horse decision right beside me, not alone. If they ask me when I stop,
Yeah. It's me. Swilling the smoke behind me. Smoke trail over
over the freeway. Red eyes in the mirror glass. Every exit look familiar, like a habit I should pass. Purple clouds above the hood, city glowing down below. Lo-fi drums in slow rotation, let my overthinking slow. I've been living in a group chat that don't know my legal name. They know memes and midnight music, not the boy behind the flame. Now it's only me and leather, just as lighter in this lane. Just as gravel, scratchy conscious, spitting verses to my brain. Hoodie strings hang off my chin, brim pull low to shade my dial. Tattoos wrapped around the wheel, like the route I can't reroute. Ash drift out the crack, the window, catch the wind and disappear. Every flake of I'm good, bro, that I said while drowning here. And the more I hit this corner, more the noise fades into hum. All the timelines, all opinions turn to background distant drum. Up his silence, asking gentle like it's filling out a sheet. When was last time you checked in on the man in driver's seat? Smoke trail over the freeway, 420 in my lungs. One low voice on hazy loops, turning pain to different tongues. Blues guitar and violet replay, fear and softer relay. If my words shake when I say I'm not okay, that smoke on freeway. I don't need a choir of answers or a script for what to say. Just a lonely stretch of asphalt with the smoke behind my day. I remember every season I would speed to feel in charge. Pedal down like if I'm moving, nothing else can hit me large. Kept the speakers on atomic just to drown my inner noise. Like if bass was loud enough, it might rewrite my inner voice. Now the volume sitting modest, just the roads and gentle snare. Every pocket in the rhythm is a C for what I bear. C for guilt that I've been faking, C for shame that I'm afraid, C for grief that never made it past the jokes that I have played. When I whisper I feel scared that if I stop they'll let me fade. Let it stumble off the high like a wheel and puddle late. If I had a shaky chuckle, guess that's trauma talking, bro. That's the armor, still reluctant to admit it hurt the slow. But the freeway doesn't answer, it just hold me between these lines. And the guardrail doesn't flinch at how my voice breaks through these rhymes. So I leave the punchline naked, let the sentence end in raw. Let the truth sit in the reverb like a law above their law. Smoke trail over the freeway, 420 in my lungs. One low voice on hazy loops, turning pain to different tongues. Blues guitar and violet replay, fear and softer relay. If my words shake when I say I'm not okay, that smoke on freeway. I don't need a choir of answers or a script for what to say. Just a lonely stretch of asphalt with the smoke behind my day. Maybe courage ain't acceleration, maybe it's the gentle break. Maybe growth is not I never fall, but I admit when things delay. Maybe love is not one-sided, not me always being the net. Maybe love is when I call them just to say I'm not there yet. So I practice lines in silence I ain't said out loud before. I don't have it all together, can we talk when you got more? If I vanish when I'm struggling, it's a habit, not my heart. I'm relearning how to show up before everything falls apart. If I deserve the same concern, I keep on giving hits off beat. That's myself with calibrating to a rhythm less discreet. If a tear lands on the logo in the middle of the wheel, that's a signature that says this late night monologue is real. By the time the joint is amber and the gas reads almost E, I've been driving through my patterns like a playlist only me. Seen the nights I answer midnight, then at 3 a.m. again. Seen the days I heal strangers while I ghosted my own friend. I can't flip those chapters backward, can't refund the parts I gave, but I can adjust the future, draw a line that I might save. Clause 1 if I'm at capacity, I won't lie and say I'm down. Clause 2 if my chest is sinking, I won't play the class clown. When I murmur, I'll show up for me the way I do for them. Let it ride on low and bass like a vow and quiet hymn. If my shoulders drop a little as the city lights appear, that's the weight I left suspended with the smoke trail in my rear. Smoke trail over the freeway, 420 in my lungs. One low voice on hazy loops, turning pain to different tongues. Blues guitar and violet replay, fear and softer relay. If my words shake when I say I'll choose me too, that smoke on freeway. I don't need a choir of answers or a script for what to say. Just a lonely stretch of asphalt with the smoke behind my day. Merge back and where all the billboards start to shout about their deals, but that low-end host confession right inside me at the wheel. If they ask me when I learned to stop outrunning what I feel, I'll see one snow flow 20 times. Yeah.
Glass half, heart empty. Moonlit dashboard monologue, whole car glowing soft and strange. Every gauge a little candle, every number shouting change. City sitting in the valley like a memory in blur. Lo-fi kicks and sleepy patterns give my tangled thoughts a slur. I've been talking in reactions, fire emojis, facts and bet. Telling folks I'm always solid when my nerves are dripping sweat. Now it's only me and leather, only vapor in this dome. Just this gravel sounding story I've been scared to bring back home. Hoodie wrapped around my ribs like a hug I never got. Tattoo shimmer in the moonlight like graffiti on the plot. Asphalt quiet on the console, make a small gray mountain range. Every grain of conversation where I lied to look unchanged. And the moon through this windshield look like spotlight on my sin. Not to judge but just to notice everything I hold within. Up here I can't blame connection, can't say signal wasn't right. It's just me that's been on mute while I play therapist at night. Moonlit dashboard, monologue 420 in my chest. One little voice on faded loops, putting truth back in the text. Blues guitar like gentle fog, fear untying from the cog. If my words shake when I say I've been depressed, that's moonlit log. I don't need a caption clever, don't need filters for this song. Just a smoky moving boot for this dashboard all night long. All night long, yeah. I remember nights online where I was life of every chat, dropping jokes in rapid fire while my room stay cold and flat. Turning how you holding up into bro, look at this meme. Anything that dies a chance, they read the cracks behind my screen. Now the signal bars are empty, D&D across my phone. Just a hum of distant traffic in the sake I call my own. I can feel the loneliness I kept on shoving down for years, showing up like unpaid invoices I avoided in arrears. When I whisper I'm embarrassed, I still crave somebody's touch. Let it slip behind the snare like a beat that lost its crutch. If I add a soft and stupid, try to laugh it off again. That's the echo of a childhood where affection felt like sin. But the night don't call it stupid, it just holds it in the dark, letting every shaky sentence leave a fingerprint and mark. And the cluster doesn't flinch when I say I don't wanna be tough. It just dims another fraction like it's saying that's enough. Moonlit dashboard, monologue 420 in my chest. One low voice on faded loops, putting truth back in the text. Blues guitar like gentle fog, fear untying from the cog. If my words shake when I say I've been depressed, that's moonlit log. I don't need a caption clever, don't need filters for this song. Just a smoky moving booth for this dashboard all night long. Dash it all night long. Maybe art is just a version where you stop protecting pride, where the verse don't chase approval, just describes what's left inside. Maybe healing is a drive with no destination set, where you finally say I'm not okay and let it be a threat. So I speak to future versions I can't see but hope exists. Please don't sell your soul for clapping, please don't treat your hurt as list. Please don't hide behind aesthetics when your heart is begging air. Please remember this my moment when you let yourself be bare. If you are worth more than your output, lands off beat against the kick. That's my worth unlearning algorithms I thought made me slick. If a tear rolls down the stereo and smears the volume mark, that's the soundtrack of a life shifting from market back to heart. By the time the blunt is roach and the moon climbs even higher, I've been driving through my memories like a mixtape near expire. Heard the tracks of every season I performed instead of felt. Heard the hooks that sold the brand while all my real songs stayed on shelf. I can't promise I'll be honest in each room I step in next, but I know my favorite verses won't be only in these texts. From tonight my art in public gonna sound a bit more rough. Little less, I got it always, little more, sometimes it's tough. When I murmur, I deserve to tell the truth and still be loved. Let it float along the baseline like the statements barely shoved. If my chest expand a fraction while the city comes in view, that's the moonlit monologue, signing off with something new. Moonlit dashboard, monologue 420 in my chest. One low voice on faded loops, putting truth back in the text. Blues guitar like gentle fog, fear untying from the cog. If my words shake when I say I'll show up real, that's moonlit log. I don't need a caption clever, don't need filters for this song. Just a smoky moving boot for this dashboard all night long. All night long. Hey, hey. Hey, back down where all the signals and the stories overlap, but that low end horse confession stays beneath each beat I rap. If they ask me when my music started sounding like my blog, I'll say one slow 420 drive. Saying saying
I've been low expectation for my one separate. Yeah, crime beams, low effort, neon stony cone. Bluesy haze and bracelet, the high flow. Yeah. High beams, low apps, low caption. Amps on the highway in my sight. Every sign a gentle warning. I've been pushing out a light.
Purple bruises on the skyline, city glitter in the rear. Lo-fi drums and lazy patterns keep my demons in first gear. I've been running on, it's cool when it's anything but that. Acting unbothered in the group chat, dropping jokes to dodge the facts. Now it's only me and leather, only engine, only smoke. Just this gravel sounding story that's been stuck inside my throat. Hoodie hood up like a curtain, brim pulled down to hide my stare. Tattoo veins along the wheel, trace the roots I never share. Ash drift out the cracked up window, catch the wind and disappear. Every flake of I got it that I said while full of fear. And it's wild how small the pressure looks from up here where I ride. All the goals that used to own me shrink to dots along the side. I can finally hear me asking what I never let me ask. Why you only show yourself when you in Savior or in Mass?
High beams, low expectations. 420 we in my chest. One low voice on mellow loops, putting honesty to test. Blues guitar and rough translation. Fear and softer stations of my would shake when I say I'm not that strong. That's expectations. I don't need a standing ovation or some motivation phrase. Just a smoky strip of asphalt and these high beams on my way. Hey, I remember younger versions thinking work was something earned, like a trophy from the heavens every time I crash and turn. If I suffered and stayed quiet, I was noble, I was real. If I said I wasn't coping, I'd be selfish with my feel. Now the math don't seem that holy with my hands still stuck on 10. White knuckled around the life I never stopped to live within. I can feel my shoulders throbbing from the weight I never dropped. Like my spine became a hanger for the problems I adopt. When I whisper I'm exhausted being strong one all the time. Let it wobble off the hi-hat like a rhyme that lost its rhyme. If I had a cracked up chuckle, guess I'm weak for feeling that. That's the script that told me softness meant I'd never bounce right back. But the road don't echo judgment, only hums beneath the frame. In the dash don't flash a warning saying feelings not your lane. So I let that line stay naked, let it tremble in the air. Let the truth be slightly ugly instead of perfectly prepared. High beams, low expectations. 420 in my chest. One low voice on mellow loops, putting honesty to test. Blues guitar and rough translations. Fear and softer stations of my would shake when I say I'm not that strong. That's expectation. I don't need a standing ovation or some motivation phrase. Just a smoky strip of asphalt and these high beams on my way. Maybe winning isn't flawless, maybe progress isn't steep. Maybe rest is not a failure, maybe tears are not too deep. Maybe average ain't a soak when you've been in overdrive. Maybe peace is hitting cruise instead of barely staying alive. So I talk into the darkness like it's HF for my soul. From here on, we're done with quotas that require you to be stoned. You can call it not so strong today without losing all respect. You can show the cracks in armor and still keep yourself connect. If I'm proud of you for trying, lands off beat behind the kick. That's my voice relearning phrases that were never in the script. If a tear falls on the emblem in the middle of the wheel, that's the ink on new agreement that my worth don't have to heal. By the time the joints of memory and the gauge leans close to E, I've been driving through the metrics that I used to measure me. All the grades and all the follows, all the nights I didn't sleep, all the times I called it hustle when it's really fit as deep. I can't change the way I started, can't rewind the race I ran, but I can step out of rank and choose to be a different man. One who doesn't grade his value by the weight that he withstands. One who lets the shaky help me sit between two shaky hands. When I murmur, I'll allow myself to fail and still belong. Let it hang along the baseline like a slow and finished song. If my chest was strangely lighter, though the problem still exists, that's the load I left up here with all this purple in the mist. High beams, low expectation. 420 in my chest. One low voice on mellow loops, putting honesty to test. Blues guitar and rough translation.
fear in softer stations. If my words shake when I say I'm not that strong, that's expectations. I don't need a standing ovation or some motivation phrase, just a smoky strip of asphalt and these high beams on my way. Yeah. Turn the lights back down to normal as the city pulls me in, but that low and raspy promise keeps on humming in my skin. If they ask me when I stop demanding, I'll be always best. I'll say one slow 40-20 drive. Yeah. High beams.
Buckle up, kid, you're riding with me tonight. Passenger seat from my past, ghost versions riding shotgun. Little me with all his questions, teenage me who tried to run. Purple skyline like a backdrop for the scenes we never shot. Lo-fi drums and faded loop while I replay what I forgot. I've been acting like I'm solo, but my scars sit by the glass. Every memory uninvited, got a ticket to this mass. Now it's only us and fumes, only moonlight on the dash. Just this gravel voice to dope, trying to talk to who he was. Hoodie sleeves up to my elbows, grip the wheel with tattooed hands. See the kid in hoodie smaller, sitting when nobody stands. Ash flow toward the passenger, then dissolving cool night air. Every flake of you should toughen up, I laid across his chair. And I finally say my bad for all the times I made him mute, all the moments I said we're fine while he's shaking in that suit. Told him don't you dare be needy, they don't stay for kids like you. While I volunteered a heart for every fight we drove into. Passenger seat from my past, 420 in a cab. One low voice on broken loops, giving younger me a grab. Blues guitar like gentle cast, fear release at last. If my words shake when I say I'm sorry, kid, that's past, repast. I don't need a time machine or anyone to understand. Just a smoky night of driving with my younger self at hand. Yeah. I remember certain bedrooms, posters sagging off the wall, phone light glowing after midnight, praying no one heard me call. Save my own life in the whispers I ain't dare to say out loud. Please don't leave me, please don't hate me, please be proud of who I'm proud. Now that same kid in the seat, got his knees up to his chin, looking out at all these mountains like he can't believe we in. Something better than that mattress with the springs against the spine. Something bigger than the neighborhood that swore we die in line. When I tell him I'm still shaky, but we made it through those nights. Let it wobble off the snare like we still dodging all those fights. If I had a choked up thank you for not going through with plans, that's me giving them the credit for these tattoo covered hands. And me look at me like stranger, like you sure you talking true. So I point out every skyline, every moment we pull through. Every friend that didn't vanish, every song that kept us here. Every time we felt like quitting but still woke up one more year. Passenger seat from my past, 420 in the cab. One low voice on broken loops, giving younger me a grab. Blues guitar like gentle cast, fear released at last. If my words shake when I say I'm proud of you, that's past, repast. I don't need a time machine or anyone to understand. Just a smoky night of driving with my younger self at hand. Hey.
Maybe closure isn't fancy, it's a driving I was wrong. Where you tell that inner version you were brave for holding on. Where you stop calling them too much and start saying you were smart, just for finding ways to cope when no one else could see your heart. So I promise him in detail why the lane lines blur to white. I won't volunteer as homie for Katagara fight. I'll stop throwing you in fires just to show that we ain't weak. I'll start asking what you feeling when my throat begins to creak. If you deserve a gentle future, lands off beat against the kick. That's the part of me that never thought a story could repeat. If a tear slides off his cheek in my mind's rear view at last, that's the picture of a true sign between present and our past. By the time the roach is tiny and the city pulls us near, I imagine dropping him off somewhere safer than back here. Somewhere he can keep on drawing, write his songs without the rush. Somewhere nobody is laughing when his voice shaking the hush. But instead I say you stay bro, you not baggage, you my core. You the reason I keep breathing when it feel like nothing more. You ain't just a chapter over, you the root of who I am. Let the bassline hold that sentence like a stamp in a new stamp. When I murmur you can rest now, I protect this like you tried. Let it float along the kick drum like I lane got open wide. If my chest feel less like crumbling, more silent, more like stance, that's my past moving from backseat into honest second chance. Passenger seat for my past, 420 in a cab. One low voice on broken loops, giving younger me a threat. Blues guitar like gentle cast, fear released at last. If my words shake when I say let's go home, kid, that's past repast. I don't need a time machine or anyone to understand. Just a smoky night of driving with my younger self at hand. Roll back in toward tomorrow while the dawn start thinking about. Put that low and rescue promise right beside me, never out. If they ask me when I stop, leaving on me in the crash, I'll say one slow 420 ride.